Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Comic Book Nostalgia. I'm CB Nostalgia, and I thought we could talk a little bit of Marvel Studios at Comic-Con. Well, we got a little news today that was much bigger than I did expect, and it turns out Marvel is going to have a much bigger presence at Comic-Con than we expected. Now, it's already pretty clear Marvel is going to return for the big Hall H presentation. This is likely where we'll get lots of new MCU announcements and maybe even some first looks and trailers many of us are anticipating. I actually think this is where we'll first see Wakanda Forever. But earlier today, there was a new listing on the San Diego Comic-Con's website that raised a lot of eyebrows. Now, on Friday, July the 22nd at 11:45, and this will be in Ballroom 20, Marvel Studios is doing a second panel. This is in addition to the big Saturday night panel that focuses on the MCU stuff. This is going to focus on animation. Now, apparently this panel will be headed by Marvel Studios' head of streaming, television, and animation, Brad Winderbaum, along with head of visual development, Ryan Menderding, and a few other guests that have yet to be announced. Now, apparently, they're going to focus on all these animated projects we have coming up from Marvel. In case you didn't know, I Am Groot is set to premiere in August, so there's a really strong chance we're going to get a trailer or maybe even a full episode presented there. Remember, they're going to be a lot short, so Marvel could quite possibly show 1 or 2 full episodes of I Am Groot during the panel. Also, What If Season 2 is getting close, although we don't have a release date yet, and I actually think we'll get a first look at Season 2 of What If, and fans will find out when this season will drop, most likely towards the end of this year. Now, we also know that there's going to be a couple of first looks, and that's going to be for Marvel Zombies and X-Men 97. Now, I did notice that Spider-Man Freshman Year was absent from all the descriptions, so I don't really know what's up with that. But I know many fans are really excited to see the X-Men return from the classic 1990 series, and given how we were teased with the zombies in the first season of What If, I actually think that could be an awfully big deal too. I think we should take notice to this because this does mark a little bit of a sea change for Marvel Studios. Kevin Feige made it pretty clear about a year and a half ago that animation was going to be a much bigger part of Marvel moving forward. Let's be real, DC has pretty consistently cleaned Marvel's clock when it comes to animation. They're putting out 2 or 3 animated movies a year, most of which are met very positively by fans, and over the past couple of years, especially before Disney+, almost everything Marvel released that was in animated form was met with mixed results. You kind of have to go back to the 1990s era of cartoons before you get back to some great Marvel animation. And when Disney bought Marvel, there was a lot of hope that this would be a new era for animation for Marvel characters, and it looks like it's finally here. I think when we look back in several years, we're going to find this is the first step in a very big new beginning for Marvel, at least on the animation side of the house. I actually hope a lot of these animated projects really work out for Marvel Studios. As you may have noticed, most of the animated stuff does not take place on their MCU world. They're calling it 616, but I still refuse. This will allow them some creative storytelling possibilities. I would love to see them develop some stuff that's a little bit of one-off storytelling. Things like the original Secret Wars or last year's Amazing Fantasy could be things Marvel could bring to life in this format that would be absolutely perfect. Now, obviously, we're going to follow SDCC and Marvel Studios pretty close. So if you want to get all the updates on what Marvel's bringing to Comic-Con, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. But until we get more, what do you guys think? How do you feel about Marvel Studios adding a second panel to this year's San Diego Comic-Con? And what do you think about this growth on the animated side of the house of Marvel Studios? It actually makes me pretty excited. Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.